Shalom, Mishpacha. This is Rabbi Esther from a small sanctuary, and I am here to close out my Shabbat series with a few more episodes. In this episode, I'm going to take you through another cook-along. We are going to be making meringues, different types of challah, an Israeli salad with avocado, an apple beet salad with dill, and other delights. So stay tuned for that. You'll also see in this video that I am setting out some of my favorite Shabbat things. But that will actually be the topic of the next and last video on Shabbat. What are some of the things that I use to make Shabbat really feel like Shabbat? So stay tuned for that as well. Without further ado, let's go make some food. We have set the table and prepared the candlesticks. Let's bake some meringues. I made these meringues because I had egg white left over from glazing my challah, and they're super simple. It's 1 egg white, about 3/4 of a cup of sugar, although you can use a little less, I think, and a little drop of lemon essence. Beat the eggs into peaks, add the sugar slowly and gradually, a little drop, and then bake them at a very low oven for about 45 minutes. We are going to continue making challah together. My daughter is punching down the dough because it is so satisfying. What's not to love about that? Tactile experience. I made this heart-shaped challah for my friends who were having dinner with us. It's basically 2 5-braided challahs put together like that. And you can find the 5-strand challah tutorial in my other video, which I will link below. I made challah dough the night before because I knew my Friday would be very packed. I also decided to make an 8-strand challah, which follows the same pattern as the 4-strand and the 6-strand challah, and it worked out beautifully. I'm going to focus again on making a 5-strand challah because I really want to get this technique down. As you can see, I first divide the dough into equal parts and roll them into balls, and then I roll the balls into rough strands. Once the strands have been compiled, I will flatten them out with my rolling pin and then roll them up again into really nicely firm strands. Why do I do this? First of all, paradoxically, the more internal tension you create in your strands, the more they will actually end up rising. It also allows me to make really smooth strands that have lovely definition, and it just makes for a prettier challah. What I like about the 5-strand challah is that you turn it a quarter and then you fluff it out as you see me do here, and it opens up the strands and allows for a nice rise, and the quarter turn creates a lovely diagonal aesthetic with the braids. It's super cool. So I put it on here and it's ready for its last rise before I put it in the oven. I think YouTube is just such a wonderful resource and community. I have learned so many skills through YouTube, including crochet, and I am quite happy to share the love. So Challah at Your Girl is the YouTuber who taught me how to braid this challah. I highly recommend her channel. I'm trimming the paper because I don't want it to singe and burn in the oven if it's touching next to the walls of the oven. Do you want a challah with leopard spots? Let me show you how. Everything but the bagel seasoning is really fun, and a little bowl of water to help you unstick and re-stick some of those onto your challah is super helpful as well. This allows you to get that really crisp design. So I stick my thumb into the water and then into the seeds, and then add them one by one on each braid compartment, so to say. And I could sprinkle it on top. Sometimes I'm lazy and I do, but this looks so pretty. Look at that. The sky's the limit. You can come up with any design. The challah is ready to go. Let's make babka. My older two children have appointed themselves as the designated family babka makers, and it's super helpful having their help. So my son already did all the prep work. He rolled out the dough flat and he filled it with Nutella. All I have to do is braid it. We forgot to add the sugar cinnamon mix to the Nutella before we filled it, but that's okay, we will sprinkle it on top. What I am doing here is I sliced it open with a sharp knife, and then I'm twisting it around itself. If it's a short babka, it can go into the baking pan as is. It's longer, so I'm joining it up here, and then I am baking it. This allows the babka to retain its shape and makes it easier to slice. And then I'm going to sprinkle on some sugar and some cinnamon and let it rise and pop it in the oven. All done. I am so pleased that my kids are active participants in this process, and it gives us a lot of joy on Shabbat morning, slathered with butter. The baked goods are done and ready to cool down, and look at this cute little challah my toddler made. Can't start them young enough. I love Israeli salad. It is so simple and refreshing is exactly what you want. I'm picking some fresh basil. I have two types that I grew from seed, Thai basil and Italian basil, and I gather my supplies. Now, the point of this salad is that it is uncomplicated and fresh. I love complicated spices and flavors, and we're going to be exploring some of those in the next salad, which is a beet salad. I'm going to basically dice all of my vegetables, or fruits technically, into very small pieces. I have cucumber, tomato, bell pepper, and avocado. Keep part of the avocado aside. Avocado isn't traditionally part of an Israeli salad, but if you serve it pretty much immediately, it will hold up nicely. You will see that I will pour some extra lemon juice on top of the avocado at the end in order to make sure that it doesn't oxidize and turn brown. It's time to take the other half of my avocado and slice it into thin slices or strips. I will put this on top of the salad after I've combined it and dressed it and chopped in my fresh herbs, which I'm doing here right now. This salad is phenomenal with cilantro and mint as well, or any combination of any fresh herbs. This is what I had on hand, so this is what I'm using. And here comes the lemon juice. It's really fine to use it from a bottle, I have found. And a little salt and pepper and olive oil, and that's really all you need. You want to keep this salad really, really simple so that those fresh flavors are bursting forth. I'm now going to decant it in my beautiful spode gedegen bowl, and after it's all been combined and mixed, I add the extra avocado and pour more lemon juice on top. And as a final finishing touch, I put on some bagel seasoning for a little bit of interest and crunch. All done. This salad is the opposite of the Israeli salad I just made, and that is intentional. I like balancing out different flavors like that. This salad is sweet, rich, a little bit spicy, and very earthy. I could add onion and garlic, but I don't want it pungent. I want it rich. I'm chopping it up in small cubes to increase the surface area so that the sauce, or the marinade rather, or the dressing, can really get in there. Olive oil, apple cider vinegar, and then we're going to be a little meshachana, a little crazy with a bit of sriracha. This powder is not so spicy, but it adds a little bit of savory interest. Cinnamon, turmeric, or curcuma as I call it, and cumin seeds. Mix it all together and you're good to go. So dill is a perfect accompaniment to this. Cilantro would work well with the Middle Eastern spices, but dill is great. And that, my friends, is our beet salad. Everything is ready. Look at my toddler's little challah. It's time to sit down and enjoy our Shabbat dinner as a family. For the rest, we keep it pretty simple with my husband's chicken. If you want to see that video, please see the show notes below. And we're ready to light candles, say Kiddush and Motzi, and tuck in. Shabbat Shalom! After a lovely, restful, restorative, bonding Shabbat, it's time to bid the Queen farewell. Let's make Havdalah. ישועתי אפתח ולא אפחד, כי עזיב זמרת ידוני ויהי לי לישועה. ושפתם מים הששון, ממנו הישועה לאדוני הישועה או עמך בחטא. אדוני צבאות עמנו משגב לנו, אלוהי יעקב סלע אדוני צבאות. אשרי אדם בוטח בך, אדוני הושיע המלך יעננו. ויום קוראנו ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקרא כן תהיה לנו. כל ישועות אשא ובשם אדוני אקרא. יאי יאי דה 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 די 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 דה 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 די די יאי יאי דה 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 די 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 דה דה די. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן, בורא פרי הגפן, בורא מיני בשמים, אמן. מאורי האש, בורא מאורי האש, אמן. Thank you for staying with me right until the end, including Havdalah. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and that you enjoy this very practical, hands-on content, and I will see you for the next one. With peace and blessing from my bayit to your bayit. Shalom uvracha.